Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Here's what's happening. I'm beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as this, whatever it is concerned. And I've been speaking with somebody who is sort of, you might say, walking medical encyclopedia. In other words, he's had a lot of experience in hospitals and stuff like that, and he thinks that from the symptoms I've had, that it wasn't a chocolate hangover, it was a touch of the flu, and I probably picked up something when I went to the hospital Tuesday morning. And then it sort of was, you might say, the perfect storm, maybe you might say. There was all the chocolate on Halloween. There was on Wednesday I ate way too much. So Thursday and Friday I was sick, but I was sick with the flu. And now that I think about it, the feeling I had was exactly like when the last time I got the flu, which isn't, it's been a long time. I'm generally pretty lucky that way. Yeah, in fact, I think in one of the episodes way back, I said I hardly ever get the flu. I should have knocked on wood. Yeah, well, it's getting better. In fact, if I don't move, I actually feel real good. But walking over here to the model table and getting everything rearranged again, I sort of feel kind of tired and a little bit woozy. But I do believe I'm going to actually get at the rest of this railing today. How much of it I'm going to take you with me along the route, I don't know. I may or may not. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. But I do know one thing for sure. Next Halloween, I'm not going to eat any of the kids' candy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tennessee Jim, thanks for phoning this morning again to check up on me. That's really appreciated. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. As I say, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Still not my old self. You know, if Bill's cycle was to deliver my new Honda Rebel, I don't think I'd have the energy to drive it off and try it out, especially in the snow. Okay, enough silliness here. Oh, this is water, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the light is not bright enough. The light at the end of the tunnel is still not bright enough for me to have coffee yet. I just don't quite feel like it. So, yeah, we got water going here today. Maybe coffee tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's do something here. Let's try and get some of this railing done. I'd like to get this one side complete all the way, swing the ship around and start on the other side. And you know, once the railing is on, the only thing left is basically the rigging, because dropping down all the various pieces, I think there are a few little things that a few little test tubes of stuff I have to glue on here and there. But basically we are so close to being done the Iowa. Yeah, it's almost scary. Now I know that every time I think I'm almost done something, I find out, oh yeah, I forgot about this and I forgot about that. But you know, there's 3 ships in the case now. I'm thinking that I can't say before the snow comes, but maybe before Santa comes, we'll have the 4th one in the case. Speaking of cases, I don't know what I'm going to do for the submarine, because it won't fit. It won't fit in the case unless I do like Peter from Oz Scale Modeling suggested. He says if you put it in the dive position, it'll, you know, diagonally, well then it'll fit, and it would too. But it would look kind of funny, wouldn't it? And I don't think it wouldn't fit in there in front of the other ships anyway. So we're not going to do that. We'll see what happens when the time comes. We're not going to be done that sub for a long time. Every time I look at the manual and I think, oh my goodness, I'm thinking like, what have I bit off here? But you know, if that's my last big one, may as well take my time on it. Yeah. Okay, let's recompose here, and we were going to reinforce this little railing here, and I noticed it's kind of crooked. I must have bumped my holder downer, because I remember shoving my holder downer in to straighten up the railing, but it's kind of out a little bit. So I don't know if I can. Let me move you in so you can see what the problem is. Yeah. Anyway, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, I've got my holder downer going on here now, and the reason being is that because I think what's going to happen is that when I try to straighten this railing up, I'll move you in just a little bit here. Okay, it's going to sort of want to snap off. It may not stay. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so we're going to just have to reposition here and re-glue. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I must have bumped it a little bit. And our holder downer, oh shoot. Our holder downer doesn't want to, you have to redo the pin. This thing's in the way. Maybe I should come in from the, yeah, I could come in like this. Yeah, that'd work too. I wouldn't even need the needle then. Okay, just let me recompose here. Okay, after dropping this thing again, I put our popsicle sticks wannabes in place here. Now, just very gently shove this over so it's straight up and down. Don't want to go too far. I think I might have gone too far there. I have to very gently move the base end of my holder downer, and it's sort of sliding around on the green cloth. Now, it looks to me like we have to move this one post back to the gunnel a little bit. Yeah, there. It almost looks like the... Okay, there. I think it's pretty much right. Now we're going to be doing this again. I'll use some curing agent to expedite things a little bit here. Okay, you may not have been able to see that. It's really hard not to bump anything. I've got so many places that I don't want to accidentally touch. Okay, there. I think we're pretty much back to the way we were. I'll get my curing agent going here. I lost it. Okay, it's a good thing I can bleep out the dead spots, because the curing agent was hiding behind the camera and I just couldn't see it. Okay, now that should be ready to remove the holder downer in probably about a minute. There was no sunrise to be seen coming up over the berm this morning. Too cloudy. But we did get to see Don and Bridget. They made it. I wonder what they do when they get the flu. I'll bet you they'd come anyway. I hope they do. Actually, I don't, because I know how I'd feel if I tried to force myself to do that. One of the viewers had suggested that I should maybe be leaving the railing until afterwards, like after I do the rigging. And I think his thinking was that I might accidentally be bumping this railing when I'm trying to run the easy line. I'm not planning on running that much easy line, just enough to make it look like there's something there. Same as I did on the other 3 ships. But thinking about it now, that might have been a good idea. because a lot of these connections are very, very fragile. Okay, using my divider, I can get my measurement here. I know that I forget which ship it was. I would hold the railing down on the gunnel and just sort of eyeball as to where I was supposed to cut it. And that kind of worked, but I find that this is a lot more foolproof. And yeah, that's approximately right. Okay, I'm starting to have second thoughts here. And that is because when I measured this distance between these two fairleads, I wasn't thinking about the fact that this gun tub here is going to possibly give us a problem. Now, I've got a piece of railing here that is slightly too short, but if I have one that is longer, it's going to be too long. It won't. It just won't fit between the bollards. But I think that is actually too much. I think what I'm going to do. How would it be if I went a little bit closer to the bollard? No, that's not going to work either. It's just not going to. Well, how would it be the other way now? Let's go. Got to be careful I don't break stuff off. All right. If I was to do it in two sections, have one section of 3, that would be just about right. And then the other one, it could be. See, that's not going to look right because it's not symmetrical with this other piece that we just put on. I'm going to push stop here and think about this. Now, there is another thing I can do. This is the railing left over from the Bismarck or who knows when. Could we maybe get it to fit a little better? Not really. Okay, here's what I've come up with. I've cut our railing into 2 pieces. And you can see I've left the rails in place there. And let's not make a mess of it already here. Okay, so this one I'm thinking, if I can drop it down, maybe I'll have to shorten those ones to make it look believable. But the idea will be that I will bend the rail in so that these ones that are sticking out are going to touch the tub. I'll just give them a bit of a bend here. Maybe I should be using Andy's photo etch bender for this. Get it a little bit more precise. Or maybe if they were rounded, that might look good too. See if I can round them here. Okay, I'm probably going to have to move my popsicle sticks. But you can see what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move the popsicle sticks over and recompose a bit. Now, the idea would be if I could have it so that I'm not going to glue these in. I think I've got to straighten them out just a tiny bit more again. think that's going to be all right. Yeah, I think that's going to be all right. I'm going to get the holder downer on it. Maybe I'll move the whole thing about 1 millimeter to the right. And I think I better go and do some editing. I haven't edited anything out here. I don't know how much I've got. Okay, I've had quite a time here trying to get this adjusted. I just want to see if I can get that rail to drop down between the deck and the gunnel. It just doesn't want to go. Maybe well, there it kind of is. But now I wonder if I should maybe just put a little bit of CA right there just to glue that in place. I think that's what I'm going to do. Where's my applicator? I'll just hold it there. Okay. Now I'll get some curing agent on that. More than enough. Well, that might sort of help to, when I try to glue the rest of the rail to the left there. Now hopefully I can move everything back just a little bit. Maybe I should wait a bit here. I'm just going to shut the camera off. Now, when I was editing there a few moments ago, quite a few moments ago, I guess, I was realizing how the angles I've been getting here aren't the best for you to watch. Maybe I should. What would happen if I lift this up? Can I lift this up and then slide it over? Oh, it came loose. It came loose. You know what? I think I'm getting tired here. Yeah, I don't think I should push it. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe trying to have these, curved like this is not a good idea, or at least not as much as I am. Maybe just flatten them out just a little bit and have it so that they look like they're touching the gun tub. But we've done pretty good today, considering. I'm going to call her quits, even though it's only 1:45. I could go a little longer, but I'm going to call her quits. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.